you probably have a very tight psoas muscle, and this product right here would help you, or any psoas stretch or release would help you. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Dave with Synergy Wellness in New York City. Today we're going to review the Pso-Rite product. Many of you have asked me to review this product. We've done some other product reviews like the back pod and massage chairs and things like that, but this is a popular item. I want to get into the psoas first, and then why this would be useful for people, and why someone might want to use a tool like this for their back pain or their tight psoas muscle. Now let's talk about the psoas muscle. So the psoas muscle is a muscle that's got a few branches. You've got the major psoas, and then you've got the iliopsoas. And the psoas runs alongside the spine on both the left and the right side. The left side of the spine, or the left side of the psoas, runs down along that left side of the spine and then through the groin, and it attaches in the inside of the hip area, near the scrotal area for a guy, or the groin near the vaginal area for a woman. And it attaches onto the trochanter of your hip, and the action of the muscle is forward and lateral bending. So bending forward and laterally to the side. So when you have a difficult time putting your shoes on or your socks on, you probably have a very tight psoas muscle, and this product right here would help you, or any psoas stretch or release would help you. Now, the muscle is also really commonly tight with people that sit all day long with their hips flexed. So not only is it a lateral and forward trunk or hip flexor, but it flexes your hip up like this. So it's important if you're someone that sits all day for work, or you're using your hip flexors a lot, that you keep the psoas muscle really loose. And again, it can cause back pain because it's attached to the spine. And they've also seen in cadavers the psoas muscle actually attached to the lateral aspect of the disc. So what that means is you have actual psoas muscle attachments onto the side of the spine, as well as the sides of the discs. And they have not found this in every cadaver, only some cadavers. So what that means is some percentage of the population has the psoas actually attaching to the disc. If your psoas is really tight, what's it going to do to that disc? It's going to pull on it and slip it out of position. It's also going to pull the vertebra. So if you have two psoas muscles on each side of the spine, and this one's really tight, it's going to pull the spine and bend it this way, right? And it's also going to cause some hip and pelvic distortion as well. And that's why the psoas muscle is so common for chiropractors to work on, to release for people that suffer from back pain, or even sciatica or disc conditions like a disc bulge or a disc herniation. So you now know what the psoas does. It gets its nerve innervations from the lower back, and it attaches from T12, which is the bottom thoracic vertebra, all the way down from L1, L2, L3, L4, and L5. So all of your lumbar vertebra and the bottom thoracic vertebra. So it's an important muscle, and we're going to show you how we release it with this Pso-Rite product. So with this product, I'm going to go ahead and just lay on it. And one thing I want to cover is in the video that the website gives you to buy this product. You can buy these, by the way, on Amazon for $79, but don't do that. You can get it cheaper on their website directly, pso-rite.com. We'll put it on the bottom of the screen here and in the description, so you guys can buy it. But they have it for $59, I just saw recently. So for $59, it's a little pricey, but it's a difficult muscle to stretch on your own, and that's why they have this product. It's really difficult to stretch on your own. I have a couple of ways to stretch it that I'm going to show you afterwards. So if you want to save your money and don't want to buy this and spend the $60, there's probably tax and shipping as well. I get it. And I can give you some alternatives. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you those alternatives in just a second. I want to show you this product. So we're going to go ahead and lay on it. And in the video, they show where the psoas is. So they describe it as being 2 inches lateral to your belly button on either side. It's not quite right. It's 2 inches lateral and 1 inch down. And that's right where the psoas is. So it's right in between the front of the hip or the front of your pelvis, called your ASIS, and your umbilicus or your belly button, right in the middle. So 2 inches lateral to the belly button and 1 inch down. And you're right on the spot. So we're going to go ahead and put the psoas right there. And it should be tender. You know, if it's tight, it's going to be tender. If it's not tight, most likely it will not be very sensitive. So you can hold this position for 30 to 60 seconds. And if it's intense, maybe closer to the 30-second line. And then come off of it for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then you can go back, lay back down on it, and do another stretching set. I wouldn't do this for more than 5 minutes on the psoas, especially the first few times, because you might be really sore. So your first few times, just go easy, okay? And then you see here, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and they show a little trick in the video in their website where you can put it in the psoas and then rotate your hip back towards this piece. And that just kind of gets a little bit of a different angle of the psoas, okay? And then some other moves you can do is you can lay on it here, on both of them, and you can do a side-to-side motion or kind of like a corkscrew motion like that. And you can feel the extra stretch when you do that. Okay, and you can also do sort of an up and down motion to sort of loosen up that fascia. And again, go easy your first few times doing this. You're going to be sore if you don't. Okay, so overall, I really do like this product. It's a great product for those of you that want to stretch their psoas and can't do it on their own. Now, I'm going to show you ways to do it on your own right now. There are really 3 ways to do it on your own. 2 of the ways are with a lacrosse ball, and you can buy a lacrosse ball for a lot less than this. You can buy a lacrosse ball online for $5 on Amazon. And you can use the lacrosse ball. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then the other way is to do it on like a bed or on a table and have somebody else help you. So if you have someone that can help you, the third stretch is great, but not as good as this one. This release is pretty intense, and the lacrosse ball release I'm going to show you in a second is also really intense and very effective. So let's get into it. All right, this simple little ball. It's so effective, so effective. I've shown you guys stretches for the upper back, for the lower back, for the shoulders with this ball. Even people with costochondritis. So these balls are great. These little exercise lacrosse balls. That's all it is. They have all different kinds of stretch balls on Amazon. I don't recommend getting that. Get specifically a lacrosse ball. Nothing else. Okay? And don't get a child's lacrosse ball. They're too soft. So a regular adult, college, whatever, lacrosse ball, NCAA certified, however they want to term it. Okay? And then what we're going to do is this. We're going to take the ball and basically put it right into 2 inches lateral to our belly button and 1 inch down. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead, and what you'll notice is I'm putting it onto my left psoas, and you'll see my legs here are, my right leg is bent and my left leg is brought back this way. And basically, you're going to go back and forth. You can do side to side just to release that muscle. Now, I will tell you, make sure you don't have a belt on, put some shorts on. And when you do this, it takes a minute or two to find that really tight psoas muscle, that tender spot. So don't get discouraged. It's going to take a minute or so to kind of wiggle around and find that spot. And once you find it, you'll know, and then you can kind of wiggle up and down, side to side, just to release it for about 30 to 60 seconds. And it's intense, just like using the Pso-Rite product. This is pretty intense, okay? And then after you do that, you do the same thing on the right side, and you're going to bend the left leg, the opposite leg, and bring the right leg back. And same thing, side to side motion. And I will tell you, this is just as intense as the Pso-Rite, just as good as the Pso-Rite, and a lot cheaper, okay? Now, there is one more stretch that I'm going to show you for the psoas, okay? And I'm going to pull this out. Okay. So, with the psoas stretch, what you're going to want to do is lay on the table, but move over to the edge of the table. So you'll notice this half, my right half of my body, is off the table or off the bed. And in this situation, I'm going to pull the left leg towards me, and then I'm going to have my partner push my leg down towards the floor, my thigh down towards the floor, while I bring the left knee towards my chest. And by doing that, extending that leg back, and putting your head back, of course, you're going to feel the stretch right here in the right psoas. This stretch is a milder version of the Pso-Rite and the Lacrosse ball. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you have any questions about whether or not you should buy one or not, whether or not it's going to help you, feel free to comment below, and I'll do my best to get right back to you and answer you. If you're considering buying the Pso-Rite, leave a link for their website, but you can find it easily. Google, it's amazing. And then lacrosse balls, they're pretty easy to find anywhere at a sporting goods store or Amazon. So again, I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, I hope you give me a thumbs up, because that's what keeps me going and that's what keeps these videos going. We're pumping out about 4 videos a week, so I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you again. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.